Chair, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bonnie, Scotland. Welcome to Aberdeen. I'm sure you've all enjoyed the lovely Aberdonian weather today. Snow in April. You're in the famous Granite City, and it seems only fitting, as the home competitor, that I should take you on a spoken tour of this glistening city. So let me get your taste buds tingling for the many sights and wonders that Aberdeen has to offer you during your stay. Now, you may have guessed from my previous terrible impersonation of the Scottish accent that I am not actually from here. In fact, I am a loud and proud Cumbrian gal. But in my 3 years living here, Aberdeen has certainly made its mark. Like every place, Aberdeen has a rich culture and history. There has been a human presence in Aberdeen since the Stone Age, while it originally grew up as 2 distinct boroughs, Old Aberdeen and New Aberdeen. As a result, St Machair's Cathedral and King's College were built in Old Aberdeen, which was predominantly the university and cathedral side of the town in the Middle Ages when the church held most of the power. Today, both St Machair's Cathedral and King's College, which I'm lucky enough to attend, both still stand, and you can visit them, although I wouldn't recommend doing it on a bike, for the bobbly and cobbly streets can make it quite uncomfortable as you bounce your way along to university. In New Aberdeen, in 1593, Earl Marischal founded Marischal College as a medical school. Some of you may have already passed the majestic white spiked buildings on your way here today. However, it is now home to Aberdeen City Council, and the locals have found something to complain about. Yes, they are going to build yet another shopping complex right opposite Marischal College and drown out most of its majestic beauty. The 19th century was a time of much growth and development for Aberdeen. It marked the century where Old Aberdeen and New Aberdeen became legally united for the first time. But of course, it also marked one of Aberdeen's most prestigious landmarks being built. One cannot visit Aberdeen and avoid Union Street. Yes, you may want to if you're driving, with its 20 miles an hour, and the pedestrians who insist that they can cross whenever they would like. But it is one of the most well-known landmarks of Aberdeen. It is now, however, mainly just scattered with charity shops and boarded up windows, as shopping complexes have taken over Union Street also. Aberdeen has a vast array of green spaces for a city. In fact, it has quite a lot of parks, and some of these parks are quite ancient. The grounds for Dudley Park were laid in 1883, and it is still there for you to visit today. Although, warning, I do not suggest taking a gentle stroll through many of Aberdeen's parks late at night. They're a bit infamous for being a bit dodgy and a bit dangerous. For the football fans out there, do we have any? Yes. The 19th century also brought with it the founding of Aberdeen Football Club. And if you're around on a match day, you'll surely see the swarming crowds on King Street, near the home station, Pittodrie, which is perhaps one of the most mispronounced places in Aberdeen. Please repeat after me. Pittodrie. Pittodrie. You'll blend right in now. You'll hear them marching down the street, loudly chanting, "Stand free, whoever you may be. We are the mighty Aberdeen." I'm not going to carry on. It gets a little less pleasant, and the language is certainly prohibited here at Speakers Club. If one enjoys a good shop, Ladies, listen up. One cannot do without a trip down to Union Square, built in 2009. It is the place where the benches are laden with grumpy-looking fellas, sitting with their arms out, surrounded by their shopping bags, which, by the way, clearly aren't theirs, looking as miserable and as foul and as fed up as anyone possibly could. Nevertheless, it is home to a lot of big brand stores and also a food court, which I find particularly useful. I'm a foodie myself. I can get my food options from Thai to Nando's to pizza and everything else in between. But to finish, I'd like to share with you my own favourite place in the city. It is where my husband and I, he's sat there, first confessed our feelings for each other, and where I think is one of the most charming places in Aberdeen, the seafront. It's not often you get such an industrious city built right with a coast. And what always gets me about Aberdeen seafront, it feels suddenly like you've walked into a mini Blackpool. It's got its little arcade, and its fairground, and its cafes, and it's just like being back in the north of England. You can take your kids and your grandkids for a fun day out. If you fancy a stroll down the promenade, off you can go. And if you walk in the right direction, it will be a very easy walk because the wind will take you away. I bid you warning, however. In Aberdeen we have a creature known to most men and hated by most, except my dad who keeps one as a pet. The seagulls. Now in Aberdeen they're fearless, aggressive, and always, always hungry. I have been chased by a seagull, this isn't a lie, down the main street of Aberdeen because it wanted my pretzel. It was not getting my pretzel. So I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you are glad you came to the conference, and the locals will join me in saying, the northern lights of old Aberdeen mean home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are what I long to see. I've been a wanderer all my life, and many a sight I've seen. Godspeed the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen.